Ahead of the 2023 general elections, the Inspector General of Police Usman Alkali Baba met with political leaders to pave the way for a crisis-free poll. The meeting, which was held at the force headquarters in Abuja, was convened to avoid electoral violence before, during and after the 2023 general election. Speaking before the meeting went into a closed door, Baba says the meeting became expedient following a noticeable trend within the national political space, which, if not promptly addressed, could evolve into a potent threat to the national security and the electoral process.
Drawing from the experiences of the past, electoral violence, both in the process leading to an election as well as the fallout of election, has always constituted the most dangerous threat to our democracy. Political violence manifests in three forms. First is the violence that is targeted at the personnel and assets of the National Electoral Commission, INEC, as recently witnessed in Ogun and Osun states.
Speaking after the closed-door meeting, Alkali Baba, while reading out the communique, says police investigation has shown that some governors are sponsoring thugs to disrupt political activities and rallies of oppositions in their state. He warns that police will not hesitate to address the emerging problem. He wants politicians to desist from this deadly act, as this is capable of causing problem for the upcoming elections.
Recognize that political violence, hate speech, threats, political intolerance, misinformation and political extremism are potent threats to our democracy and national security interests. 2. Express grave concern on the conduct of some state governors in deploying state powers to deny opposition parties and candidates to advance their electoral freedom and activities in their states. Express concern on the continuous and illegal deployment of subnational quasi-security bodies by some state governors to intimidate political opponents in violation of the Electoral Act.
While responding to questions, the spokesman of the Coalition of Political Parties, Ikenga Uguchinyere, and the Youth Central Chairman of Labour Party, Comrade Joseph Indirana, promised that their supporters will not engage in hate speech and violence, saying if their members are found guilty, they should be arrested.
It is our duty to educate our supporters, and that is why when the road safety man suggested the issue of pledge not to be involved in violence, not to be involved in reckless activities, I think that is also welcome. That we're going to go back to ensure that our supporters do not engage in violence, do not engage. Most of political party people raise the issue of hate speech. It is hate speech that begets hate speech. That we're also going to ensure that our supporters do not engage in that hate speech. And as a show of our commitment, we say they should take these meetings down to the level where our foot soldiers are in different local governments, in different states, and also engage our presidential candidate and governorship candidate, because they're actually the ones in the field, they're the ones that are making this comment. But more importantly, that the police should also exercise their powers to deal with criminality. If our members are involved in stoking the embers of division, of hate, of all this, and go after them and prosecute them so that the system can be cleansed.
The political party that is affected mostly is the Labour Party, and there are new lexicons that have come into the political arena, which is talking about the meetings that we normally have, the roadworks, and the gathering of the people, the 1 million man march. And we have said that we are in control of our own membership, because of all the 1 million marches that has taken place in Nigeria, there was no single violence recorded. So our members are under our control, and we have assured them also that they should tell their police commissioners where authorities letters have been written for them to give us permissions to go ahead with our rallies. They should not be
The meeting had in attendance chairman and representative of 17 registered political parties in Nigeria, the chairman of Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), Director General Intelligence Agency, Chief of Defense Intelligence, Director General Department of State Service, members of the force management team, among others. Kike Lomo Okere, Ko TV News, Abuja.